Hello there, it's Andy Parks from the Washington Times. How you doing? Welcome to another semi-exciting podcast full of the nonsense in the news from the past week. But first, as a listener to my podcast, you qualify to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times, and all you have to do is go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. That's washingtontimes.com/ANDY. All right, here we go. This week's first question: does Joe Biden know where he is? Did you see him appearing in Ohio? Yeah, he told the crowd he was from Ohio, Pennsylvania. And then while making an appearance in the Chicago area, he welcomed the president of Illinois to the stage. What? Hey, but that's okay. The media continues to do their best to protect this poor guy who has lost his mind and yet is supposedly the leader of the free world. How frightening is that? By the way, Biden's approval numbers in the tank, and the media approval numbers not far behind. Did you see where only 36% of America trust the media? What a disgrace. I always thought journalists were supposed to report the news. That's it. No commentary, no cheap shots at members of the opposing party. But those days are gone. And so are the real media professionals. Oh, and the 36% who trust the media? I'm willing to bet they're completely oblivious to what's happening around the country and, for that matter, the world. It's as if most of them get their news from The View. The COVID-19 story continues to unravel day after day. As I mentioned last week, Anthony Fauci, after telling people it was too early to say whether people could get together at Christmas, had to walk back his comments the next day. St. Anthony says it's okay for kids to go trick-or-treating on Halloween, but he urged parents to take precautions. Thank God. He has spoken. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he will let us take our kids and grandkids trick-or-treating. This comes on the revelation that Fauci is suffering from PTSD from the AIDS epidemic back in the 80s. He cried on camera in a new documentary. Ah, St. Anthony. Why didn't you take up another line of work way back then? The guy's nothing but a camera hog. He loves the attention he's receiving. Should have been 15 minutes of fame? No, 15 months of shame. Look at the fallout this guy and his cronies have generated. Now, many people are losing their jobs for not taking a flu shot. A high school kid locked up and hauled off to jail for not wearing a mask. In Colorado, a woman turned down for a kidney transplant because she wasn't vaccinated. A man lost his daughter after she received the vaccine due to a mandate by her employer. In fact, according to the VAERS database, this is a government-run database within Health and Human Services, about 6,000 people have died after receiving the COVID vaccine. But of course, you don't hear much about that. In fact, it wasn't even easy getting that information until I waded through a few stories that finally tipped me off to the government website. So what's next? I guess a rebellion of sorts. Southwest Airlines has canceled over 2,000 flights since last Friday. The company originally claimed weather was an issue. Huh? Funny. Other airlines didn't lose a load of flights to weather. When the White House was called out on it, here's the response from Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
I know world-renowned business, travel, and health expert Senator Ted Cruz has made that point, but I wouldn't say that that is widely acknowledged or echoed by business leaders who have implemented these mandates.
So take a shot at Ted Cruz because he spoke the truth. Now, CBS News is reporting there was a rift over Southwest's vaccine mandate. The disruption and delays began almost immediately after the pilots' union attempted to stop the mandate. Healthcare workers across America are going through the same steps, a work slowdown, if you will. Hey, don't you find it odd that so many healthcare workers don't want the vaccine? What do they know that we don't? Let's see, what else is in the... Oh, almost forgot. I am so sorry. I failed to wish you all a happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I hope all of you enjoyed whatever it is you're to do on Indigenous Peoples Day. I guess you go shopping. I don't know. Let's see, what else? More than $100 million worth of unused border wall panels are now rusting away in Texas. That's right. Thanks to Joe Biden and his administration, it's a small price to pay for allowing everyone and anyone access to our formerly great nation. Even if you haven't been vaccinated. That's right. You see, Americans get the mandates from Biden, but illegals don't. Am I the only one that thinks there's something wrong with that picture? Well, here's something I thought I'd never see in America. Empty store shelves and rising cost. Having traveled to a few countries around the world, I've seen firsthand many near-empty or empty shelves in grocery stores. Nothing but bags of rice and another. Toilet paper or tissue practically non-existent. But here? Yep, manufacturers and producers have notified some of the bigger food chains in the country that this winter could be tough. And the White House had to come out and say the same thing. It may be tough around Christmas. The reduction in production means we're already seeing less on the shelves or paying more for the products. Bacon, $11 a pound. Soft drinks and especially juice production was down 18% last month alone. Some stores are already setting limits on the number of products you can buy. Home Depot has resorted to renting its own cargo ships to make sure they can keep their inventories in place. Now let's see, there's got to be a reason for this. It seems some people would rather not go back to work. After all, they were making pretty good cash for sitting home during St. Anthony's crisis. Ruin a good economy, hand out free stuff to everybody, open the borders, defund the police, and a laundry list of other things. And I think Joe's boy, the Fauci, has done a hell of a job. How about you? Why, I think it's enough to make a grown man cry. I already did that story. Anthony Fauci crying in his new documentary. Yeah. And finally this week, crazy liberal California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a gender-neutral toy law. What? Yes, the new law requires those stores selling toys or children's products to have a gender-neutral section. They can still have a boys section and a girls section, but somewhere there must be a safe space for the kids who don't know what they are yet. Here's a big hint. Check your pants, okay? The fine is $250 for the first violation and $500 for any additional infractions. Wonder how much the fine is for being stupid. And by the way, Governor Newsom was on TV and during an interview asked about his daughter being vaccinated against COVID-19, and he had to admit she hasn't been vaccinated. That's funny. He mandated every other kid between grades K and 12 to have a shot before they went back to school. But there are different rules for Democrats. I forget. Thanks for joining me today, and remember to receive a 50% discount on an annual digital subscription to the Washington Times. Go to washingtontimes.com/Andy. You'll get 24/7 digital access to the Washington Times at 50% off. Again, go to washingtontimes.com/ANDY. I'm Andy Parks. Have a great day.